for now. Thank you everyone for attending this webinar. We're just waiting for a few more people to be able to log on in the meantime. So, what we could start with is we're going to run through more about the student life at BSBI, which is a great opportunity for all of you who have submitted an application and still look and see what other opportunities are out there for you. We'll be here to talk about how it is to be at BSBI. So my name is Ali Selman. I'm recruitment here at BSBI. So I actually manage all the program consultants. So you may have already spoken to them. So I actually manage all the program consultants who have guided you through the process. And we also do have lovely Sandra, who's currently here with ourselves. She's a current student with BSBI. So what is it?
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Sandra, MA International Tourism and Hospitality Management, and I'm currently the Student Council President for BSBI Masters. Yes, thank you.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Sandra. I do understand we've done this previously as well, so hopefully the nose don't come through, but don't worry. You've been here for quite some time.
Yeah, I have.
So we'll just carry on with this. So you have myself and Sandra, and as Sandra said, she's currently doing her MA in tourism, and you may have spoken to one of many program consultants across the board. Who was your advisor, Sandra?
I think you. Was it you?
Me? No, it's probably another Ali. There's more than one. It could have actually been me, because I do tend to speak to students quite a bit myself as well.
And then my agent was really Simisola was really great. Like, she was there back to back, like from registration to the emphasis to like everything, enrollment letter, postponing of dates, school fees. No. Okay, I give it to her. Yeah, she was really there.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much. So what we're going to go through this agenda is really, as you can see my screen, we'll be able to cover studying in Germany. So what it's like to study in Germany, as some of you may be coming from abroad or in Europe or outside of Europe. So it's quite a big commitment. We'll also be able to talk about the student life in Berlin. So how it will be to live in Berlin. And also the BSBI student culture. We'll also cover how to build your global network while studying with ourselves, and also teach you a bit more about who your academics are and what experiences they have and what they could bring to you guys. So then we'll also talk about launching your career as Germany is a startup capital and what opportunities can be offered to you. We'll also cover how to secure your place, because I'm sure this is one of the main areas a lot of people would like to ask questions, so we're more than happy to run through this. And then finally, we'll go through a Q&A with myself and also Sandra. As she's a current student, I'm sure she could give you a lot more information as to how her studies are going, how the transition was. She could probably cover quite a lot of it, but I'll be able to do all the academic side and everything else. So hopefully this will be quite informative, and you'll be able to get all the information you need to make a decision, which of course will make a big drastic change to your future career and your life in general. So to start off with, what we'll do is talk about studying in Germany. So a lot of you would like to know what's happening in Germany and what opportunities are there. So as you can read, Germany is a strong economy which draws investors and entrepreneurs alike. Germany offers a unique opportunity for international students from all around the world. So we do have quite a lot of people from different backgrounds all over BSBI. So it's always great to see. As it's the economic heart of Europe, Germany's cosmopolitan capital, Berlin, offers plenty of opportunities for professionals, investors, and graduates alike. So this is why it's a vibrant city, it's a hotspot for startup community, and also it thrives in all different areas. In business, it thrives in startups, it thrives in just accommodating everyone internationally. So it's also the reason why almost 400,000 international students choose to study in Berlin every year. Adding to Berlin, as I said, its diverse culture and heritage, especially on campus. We have had an event previously, if you could correct me, Sandra, where everyone came with their traditional foods and outfits, and I believe it was quite fun. So moving on, so with regards to all of this, you'll be able to see Berlin. So what we're going to talk about is the student life in Berlin. So Berlin is a cultural hub for international music, fashion, art, and innovation. So it's always great to explore everything that's there and all the heritage that comes with the city. So why is it popular? It has a diverse culture. It's a very reasonable cost of living, good transport connections, excellent safety, and especially at a time like this, during COVID, which I hope everyone is well and safe and all your family, it has an excellent healthcare services as well, and it gives you brilliant career opportunities. So what you expect from Berlin, as your new home, we encourage students to immerse themselves into the unique lifestyle of the beautiful city and all that it has to offer. So Sandra, how have you found the transition coming into Berlin?
It has been surprisingly fun, maybe because of the kind of I really had an open mind coming all the way here to study and all of that. So yeah, it has actually been challenging. I won't lie to you about that, but it has actually been fun. And when you have a community of people that understands you and know what you're going through too, so the phase seems to be easy, and then we have very good support them back home in school. And yeah, it's good. It's been amazing. It's been a journey.
How have you found the nightlife before COVID, of course?
Before COVID, it was really bright everywhere, going out and trying to balance school and then nightlife in Berlin, of course. But now COVID is here and everything just drained down. So they're trying to adjust. It's really hard for youths, but kind of we answer to that.
But it's always good. It's an experience in itself, and as you can see, the difference within in comparison to other countries, some countries, for example, the UK is a lot more expensive to actually live in Berlin. How have you found the cost of living within Germany?
Comparably very reasonable, something very affordable for students, for international students. You can work with the budget successfully through the month. You can survive with the barest minimum. Compared to very other big cities, other school oriented cities, it's really, really, really fair. It's very fair. Yeah, I'd say it's fair.
Always good. So this is another benefit, guys. You're able to actually have a better cost of living, and I believe the transport monthly is quite cheap as well in itself.
Very
especially
cheap, yeah.
So it's easy to get around everywhere in Berlin.
Yeah.
But student life in Berlin, how Sandra, how do you feel it is on campus? What's your first-hand experience with regards to the actual campus itself?
Literally, I always say campus is like home away from home. Like, I don't know, from the first day, I was having all my bags with me, and the receptionist was like, "Are you a BSBI student?" I said yes. She's like, "Oh my God, keep your bag. Like, why do you?" I'm like, "Oh my God, okay." And then, subsequently you meet friends, very multicultural setting, guys, very, very multicultural. And then from the admin to finance to student service, student support too. Everything actually does go smoothly. It's not so bad. Like really, there's everybody to handle every particular situation, and it's swiftly, like very swiftly.
That's perfect. It's great to hear. I just hope that you didn't come to the campus with your bags and sleeping on campus.
I got lost at Clive Park. I do not know.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Son. So move on to the next sector, where the student culture, where we did brush on it with Sandra just recently. So our community of students are from diverse mix of social and cultural backgrounds, which brings new ideas, ways of thinking, and help our students think differently and understand the world better. So as you mentioned, Sandra, and also myself, I'm originally Lebanese. Even within our staff, there's a a vast range of people from different backgrounds, especially with the
Yeah.
street. Well, so where are you originally from, Sandra?
Nigeria, Africa, West Africa, Nigeria.
Oh, nice. Which city?
I live in Lagos, but I'm from the East, Imo
Oh,
State.
there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're fully aware of Lebanese people because we're all around within the African region.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I have quite a bit of family there as well. So the culture is very diverse. You have people from all different backgrounds, all parts of the
Everywhere.
world, and it's a great,
Romania,
yeah,
Greece,
everywhere.
Punjab, everywhere.
I'm sure you know better, so you get
It's
to meet
everywhere,
them.
really.
So here's a random question: have you kind of learned something new about the different cultures of different people from where they've come from?
Yes. The Germans, punctuality.
Yeah,
The Indians, spicy food,
yeah,
colors. They like colors. um, the Africans, we're very lively and making
yeah,
everyone make everywhere really bubbly. I like literally for the first time in like 2 days ago, I had mushroom soup. I never knew what mushroom soup. I went to see a friend for an assignment, and she
yeah,
gave me mushroom soup. And okay, another culture is you don't reject food. You could say maybe reduce the portion, but you don't reject food.
yeah.
So okay, I will try this. Tell my mama I love her, and I started drinking the soup and drinking so so it was fun, really. Like if you have an open mind, you should be able to try new things and see new
Yeah.
things and see new perspectives. I had to learn the hard way that punctuality is a big deal here. And
Mm.
if the train says 5 minutes, it's in 5 minutes. If it says 4 minutes, if it says like everything is just really, really planned and programmed. So yeah, but I like the learning. I like who I'm becoming. I like what I'm turning into and broadening my horizon. I just love the experience. Yeah, I do.
That's fantastic to hear. It's always great to hear a student who enjoys it, embraces the culture. If anyone from the Middle East offers you food, you have to have it, whether you're full or not, just to let you know.
Eat it. Just swallow it off.
Yeah, this is the reason why I put on weight during the close. No choice. Thanks again, Sandra. So we'll run into this particular area, which is quite important, especially in my eyes. It's all about networking. So you're building your global network when you come. You're not only going to study in a different country, you're also trying to enhance your skills, your understanding, and also network. Network is a very big part of the culture in Germany, and you meet people from different backgrounds, professional, work, academic, and this is where you could grow your network and be able to grow further opportunities for yourselves. So from the moment you are welcomed on campus, new friendships are formed with fellow students across the globe. So you'll take the opportunity to learn about the world, where they come from, what ideas they bring, and what their aspirations are. And when you graduate from BSBI, your journey to success, you may also end up contacting those students, still making friends and being in touch with them, getting some business ideas together. So it's always great to grow your network, not just with your peers, but also with other students, academics. So we've had previously the head of innovation of Red Bull come to BSBI previously some time ago, and we always do those kind of things. Because here at SBI, we're big believers in networking, because this is where opportunities come. We have over 800 students from 55 different countries, which I'm sure now that is updated. So there will actually be more countries that we have students from. And it's a great opportunity for you to kind of brainstorm your ideas, understand their culture, see what markets are missing, see business ideas. As Berlin is the startup capital, there's a lot of opportunities for you to kind of take things back home, or if you're looking to create something within Berlin, the opportunity is always there. So Sandra, have you had any conversations with people with regards to the tourism area? Have you come up with any business ideas? You may not have a patent right now for whatever you have, so if you do not wish to disclose it, it's completely understandable.
Oh my god, like okay, when COVID came and we're like, oh okay, the whole tourism sector was going to be crumbling. I'm like, no, like we had this very good lecturer that said we should always think outside the box. Like it might be looking vague now, but like if we actually try to reconstruct our mindset and just see possibilities, like really, and one amazing thing Mr. Sagi introduced is having a BSBI den, a BSBI Dragon den. You sell him your idea, an existing idea, and then we fund it. Like with the student council, with the office which I run currently, if you have an idea and we see the vision in that, and it's making a whole lot of sense, we give a certain grants to that. So these are the kind of things that actually motivates you to even build your global network, to reach out to people. We even have alumni, maybe people that have passed out before and are still connected to the school system. You feel very free to ask questions, to make inquiries. So yeah, it's actually a very good one. There's no despair, regardless of what's happening at the moment. Yeah.
So have you gone on to the Dragons Den yet?
I'm still cooking up something really, really spicy in my head.
But it's always a great opportunity, because like I said, it's not just about having the pitch, it's also the experience to understand what kind of questions will come back. Because those of you who have watched Dragons Den, I'm pretty sure you understand that you need to cover everything, every area. So you have to think outside of the box, find the business idea, find something that's unique, even if it's something that's the same within the market. So let's say tourism, you may looking at, let's say, doing a tour or some form of tour guide. How are you going to make it different? What will make you unique? I'll give you some ideas. Maybe do it on, I'm sure they already do it, maybe do it on a scooter, or do it on a bicycle, or do it in a different way, which includes a whole structure. So it's all about finding something which will cater to your market, the demand of the market, and also what your return would be of it, and how it benefits the business. So it lines you up to get a bit more experience in those particular areas. I feel like I should be teaching them. So now we'll go into the area where you learn from industry leaders. So our academic team come from a variety of different backgrounds in education, business, and leadership management. They each bring a unique and interesting take on learning, while all using most modern practices and techniques to teach. So all academics are highly knowledgeable, intuitive, and respect members of their industry, meaning you'll learn from the best. So I know there's quite a few academics, the way we actually teach is to get students a lot more active and involved. So it's all great and good to teach, here's an area, read this, write this, what's the answer to this? But they like you to get up, they like you to be active and really be involved in it. The more involved you are within it, the more you're going to understand it a bit better. What's your take on that side, Sandra? How have you found the academics?
Academics is great. Of course, we have people from different spheres of the world and different techniques. So, but the thing is, they just try to unify it and ensure that we understand what they're saying. Even while we left like the physical classes to the online platform, it has still been the same, the same way of transmitting information, assignments, grades, and everything. It has actually still, it's even better. Like, we have very gurus. We have so much gurus in the system, and people are approachable. Like, you could send emails, you could make phone calls, you could just walk into their office and say, this, I do not want this, I do not understand this, how can you help me with this? And they attend to you, like you matter to them. Like, I don't know, there's this bond, you're important to them. So yeah, it's a good one, really. Yeah,
because some of you may have studied. I know when I studied, I was in a classroom with around 200 people or so. So you have your lectures, then you have the seminars, and only the seminars are broken down. Here at BSBI, we keep it quite small because we believe in giving that individual attention. So that is the reason why you could just walk in, you could speak to them on the phone or email them. It's because they are allocated a bunch of people where they will be able to cater to them. I know every time I sent an email when I studied previously, that was just near enough impossible to get a response. So you're lucky you have that benefit. But
Yeah,
of
we
course,
do.
I'm a bit older, so I went through the older experiences. But no, it is great to hear everything you say, because the academics are there. The point about academics is that they want you to achieve best possible and be able to make sure that you get to where you need to be. So thank you for
Yeah.
that. So now what we're going to go into is how to launch your career. The student services team works hard to understand your career aspirations from the moment you arrive to Berlin. So their mission is to ensure you're ready to graduate as skilled, confident professionals within the industry. They can create personalized business plan to build on your strengths, targets, areas when you don't feel so confident. So some people may not feel confident in one particular area. They are there to help you build that confidence, because we believe the more you understand it, the more confident you will be in relaying that message. So BSBI Career Center portal allows you to keep up to date with events and off campus. So these events are always very important. As we mentioned previously, it's all about networking. So that will definitely really help you in that field. Talk to recruiters and find out what your industry needs. So again, what is the demand of the industry? What skill sets should you develop or have to be able to get better chances of having a job within that field? Or get personal coaching and advice from the professionals. So I'm sure that academics can also do this, but you also have your career services team who will be able to help you within that as well. And learn how to network. I cannot emphasize how important that part is. So when you learn how to network, this can be a possibility of getting you an interview, and you'll be able to negotiate in confidence with them. When you're confident, they see further value within you. So you may want to dispute a salary or dispute a role. You'll be able to do that once you're confident and understand it. So you could book appointments directly with the career services team to develop your skills and help you a little bit more. And you could also get job ads based on your unique search preferences. So we also have that on site, and we have quite a few partnerships which help you to actually do so. So Sandra, what about yourself? Or what areas have you utilized from BSBI? All of them? Or none of
All of
them?
them. All of them. Look at existing the student service office team organized. It was before we left school. It was Job Teaser.
Yeah.
It's a platform that you get registered in, and then you get excuse me, and you get updates with jobs, English speaking jobs, internships, and then with the collaboration of certain companies and organizations with BSBI, we get access to certain internships, you know, here in Berlin, and job opportunities too. So yeah, it's a good it's an amazing platform where we could. And then student service also does something. Miss Catherine, she helps to evaluate your CV, your resume, to be acceptable to whatever it is you want to apply to. So there are workshops and webinars where you could make sure your CV is right, make sure you're putting the right information, you know, the kind of German standard CVs applicable. So yeah, those kind of workshops and those kind of activities helps you to stay updated. And yeah, it's very, very valid for people wanting to get jobs or get internships and, you know, launching your career, like you said. Yeah, so it's a good one.
Definitely. As you rightly said, it's all about knowing who you're applying to and what's important to those particular employers.
Yeah.
Everyone can be different. Some people would want something very particular. So you also cater your CV to that, to elaborate on those skills, your understanding. So no, it's always great to hear that you've utilized all of that. Are you working at the moment, Sandra?
Yes, I am.
There you go. I hope that was through student services, or maybe through your confidence. Yeah. Okay. So moving on to the next area, guys. So this is about securing your place. So a lot of you may have already applied, you may still have outstanding documents, you may have submitted your application, but you're unsure what else needs to be done. Of course, those of you who applied some time ago, you may see we've transitioned onto a new application portal. So if you've already created your account, or if you have not, you could always create it now using the website there. So you just go online, you could go onto our direct website, click on the actual program you're interested in, and it'll say start your application online. It's completely free to submit your application. There's no charge, but only thing you pay is when you're going to pay for your deposit. And the deposit is deducted from your total fee. So there's no charge in any of your application process. You could start off getting either a confirmation of registration or conditional offer letter, or those of you who are lucky, are unconditional offer letter. Once you've completed your online application and you've submitted, the admissions team will review it within 24 to 48 hours. So it's a very quick turnaround to get offer out. So we have all those opportunities and all the resources that you do need. So the quicker you send us the documents, the quicker we can give you the outcome of those documentations. So one of the top tips is entry requirements and all the applicants' info can be found on our website. So again, you could always go back to our website. Everything's there on the entry requirements, cost, process, how it all works. And then you could just submit. But what I always advise during such a time, some people are stuck at home, some people are able to go out. You have nothing to lose. So the question is, you have nothing to lose sending through all your outstanding documents. If your outstanding document is a CV, a personal statement, or academic qualifications or references, just complete it. It's always great to see what opportunities are out there, and just submitting those final documents. You may not even be planning to study in Germany at the moment, or you may not be planning to study at all at the moment. But while you're stuck at home during the pandemic, it's always great to see what opportunities are out there. I know some students who submitted, they didn't really know if they wanted to study or not, but as soon as they got their unconditional offer letter,
it boosted them.
Yeah, that's when they started thinking. How was your experience applying, Sandra? Were you planning on studying abroad, or was it you were just looking?
I was planning to study abroad, but at that time I'm like, if it happens, it happens. And then and then I applied at first, and then I'm like, okay, the feedbacks are coming back to back. I'm like, okay, it's time to go to school. Let's go back to school. And then Simi made it really easy for me. I don't know, like really stress-free. Like all I just needed to do was to send a message, and like I'm like, okay, do these people sleep? There was some time I needed to do an extension, and then I need to extend the date because of the visa and all of that.
Yeah.
And I said at midnight, and there was a response. I'm like, okay, these people do not sleep. I'm going to school.
I have all the emails on my phone right now, and they're just floating.
I don't even sleep either.
Yeah, it never stops, because it's really rewarding once you find the students on campus, and when you put a face to a name and meet. Even sometimes when I meet some of the students, it's a bit of a shocker. It's like, oh, okay, this person came. And I actually do remember emailing you now.
You see?
I have been in touch with you. But there's so many. I could actually name some of the students, and some of the students I've spoken to so much, where it goes through LinkedIn, it goes through emails.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I can never keep track on which one's which, but it's always great. Yeah, always here to help. So anytime there's something that gets highlighted, I jump onto it straight away, especially if it's concerning or anything as such. So some of you may have sent an email to info. Sometimes it's actually me responding to info emails as well. But I do sign up BSBI. Yes. So because it's really important for ourselves at BSBI to make sure that the students get everything they need and have the information they need. It's a big decision, and this is why I always encourage, just get yourself to that unconditional stage. Once you're there, the only commitment you have to make is the financial commitment, and it can be the hardest thing at times, but generally it is a life-changing opportunity. So I'm sure coming here for yourself, going to study your MA in tourism, it exploits you to everything that Germany has to offer, and also the job opportunities. So even if you're looking to go back to your hometown sometime, you'll know exactly what you need to do in Lagos. You'll know what opportunities are. So you may turn around and say, you know what, I want to attract the European market to Nigeria. How can I go about this? What kind of businesses are there? So it's a great opportunity to mix it all and be able to understand what you could bring to the table, what you could bring to benefit. Some of us, especially in my culture, is very pressured. You have to study. I know the culture and your culture as well is similar because our parents want to be able to gloat to other parents, say, "Oh, my daughter's in Germany studying tourism."
Masters.
So everyone comes from different backgrounds. Everyone has something which is more important to them. Some people are studying just to gain knowledge, experience. Some people want to do it abroad, be exposed to a different country. It all comes down to yourself, but there's nothing you can lose from just completing your application. I'm sure if you show your parents an unconditional offer letter, they may turn around and say, okay, why not do it? Or they could turn around and say, let's wait for now. But you'd never know. It's always something that you could put forward and be able to have as an opportunity. Whether you wish to work or delay your studies, your offer is always there. So thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
So I think that takes us to the final part, which is questions. I'm not sure if anyone does have any questions, if any questions have been submitted in that time period. So let's see. Okay, I'm just going to run. Oh, there's quite a few. Okay, we'll go through those. Let's see. This is from one of the students. How can I get a visa? Well, this comes down to, obviously, we have COVID-19, which has occurred at the moment. So there are visa offices which are actually open. For example, I know Ghana has reopened the visa booking opportunities. So in Ghana, you could still book your visa. So in some countries you cannot, but what we have our students doing, even for our May moment, students are being inducted online. So they're going to begin their studies online, but once everything is open, then they'll be able to apply for their visa and come and continue their studies in Germany. So at the moment, even if you're unable to book an appointment or anything as such, you can begin your studies online. And we actually have a letter which is drafted for when your visa office in your home country reopens, you'll be able to apply with that letter as well. So you can still apply and be able to continue your studies. In Germany, everything's fine, everything's running fine, hence why Sandra's on campus at the moment, if I'm correct.
Yes, it's open to just admin and certain students, but not more than 20 people.
Yeah, so it's very limited, but in Germany, everything is a lot more open. There's not as many restrictions as other countries, but I appreciate that some restrictions can vary. So for example, in let's say Nigeria, I'm not sure if they've opened the visa office yet, so you may be able to travel. Not yet, but I'm not. You may be able to travel, but you won't be able to apply for your visa just yet. The situation there can be different to Germany, so it's about what the situation is in the country you're actually applying from.
Yeah.
So this is a message from Koresh. My concern is ability to work. With regards to ability to work, this all comes down to yourself. Once again, as long as you utilize the career this team, I'm sure you'll be able to answer that question, Sandra, with regards to work. So how was it to find the job?
It wasn't very difficult, of course, but the thing is, like you said, availing yourself to actually wanting to get the job, having the right tools, having the right resources. Also, the German language is also important if you want to get a job, and school gives us free German classes. So these are the things BSBI has actually put in place to make things quite easy. So having a German class, having student service to help update and upgrade your CVs, teaching you how to go about things. And of course, there are student jobs everywhere, so information is key.
Information. Yeah, exactly. Information is power. So I think the message is, as long as you match the criteria of what employers are looking for, I don't see any reason why you not be able to. Obviously, everyone speaks English in Germany. Everyone speaks English.
In Berlin.
Yeah, in Berlin. So but it's always good to show you have some German language. German language is a key area, especially when you're applying your after you complete your studies, you're applying for your visa to stay. It's key to be able to show you have some German language and what you learn, how you adapt to the culture and everything as such. So that is quite important. So another question, what is the possibility of working to pay for your master's program in Germany? Well, again, it all comes down to yourself. So it comes down to yourself and your employer, but there are limitations to how much you could work, which is based on your visa requirements and not to breach those visa requirements. So some people will work to pay it off, but depending on what your cost is, it's all about your maintenance and everything else. So you should be able to have some of the financial means to be able to keep yourself comfortable. And when you're in Germany, you have a block bank account, which is for your maintenance. But depending on what happens, let's say for the October intake, you may not even require that block bank account until you're actually going to come and study in Germany. So it all varies on yourselves with regards to that. So do we get support documents for visa process? Yes, as mentioned, there is an enrollment letter which we give. Sorry, there's a bin truck coming past, so excuse the sound. So yeah, working from home is great. So you do get support with the visa process. So you get the documentation, you have your enrollment letter, which allows you to apply for your visa, and we have an additional one for anyone who's already begun their studies, a formal letter which is given by the dean allowing people to come to continue their studies in Germany. So we have figured all the next processes out. So this is from Priscilla again. What's next after filling up the forms? After you've completed the entire process of application, the next part is really to secure your deposit. So once you secure it, you secure a seat with us at BSBI, and then you'll be able to get your enrollment letter. Once the money is allocated to the account, you get your enrollment letter, and then depending on the circumstances, you may begin your studies online, but I presume by October things should be a bit better depending on where you're applying from, and you'll be able to apply for your visa and continue your studies with ourselves. And this from Jessica, can we opt for internship while studying? Well, yes, same thing. You go to student services and they'll be able to guide you on all of that. And then what's the eligibility of for scholarships? For scholarships, you can find it all on our website, the different scholarships that are there. It is based on merit and experience. So if you look through those requirements and you feel you meet those requirements, just submit a scholarship form to your advisor, or you can do it online once you're doing your application, and they'll be able to guide you from there. And what level of German proficiency is required to get a job? It's a tricky one because most of them don't. It comes down to the level of role you're doing, what the expectation is of a company. Exactly. It's a personal preference. So how fluent are you in German, Sandra?
Wie geht's es dir?
No, there you go. She knows a few words.
That's how are you?
But it's a stepping stone. It's a step. You probably know more than me. Myself, I don't speak German. So well done. Sorry. Okay. I speak Spanish, English, and Arabic, but maybe not German.
Great. I speak slight ich spreche Deutsch ein bisschen. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, better than me. So yeah, as you can see, proficiency is not a key area. It is an area of development that you should always have. But I believe most of the students probably in your class do work, and I highly doubt all of them speak German.
No, not all jobs require like very high-tech level of German, but at least you should know, you should be able to conversate, you should be able to integrate into the system. So it doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it at all, So it depends on the job. Maybe like office jobs, yeah, they would want you to have a but certain student jobs, you don't even need it. You don't even need to talk to the employer. You just have to do your work, clock out and clock in. So
Yeah, because even with our partnerships that we have with employers, you have to remember they fully understand the entire course is taught in English.
English, yes.
You have to remember this, guys. When you apply for your visa, they know your course is taught in English. When you arrive on campus, everything is in English, apart from the German language course. So even employers, they know this as well. So thank you for that, Sandra. And another question from Govha. Will classes be in person this fall? Well, this comes down to yourselves, to be honest. We are hoping it will be on campus. Within Germany, it's slightly different. It depends where you're applying from, realistically. We're still taking our precautions just to make sure we limit the risk for everyone, just to make sure all of our students are safe. But at the moment, we're doing everything online. So coming fall, who knows? It's very hard to predict at the moment. So this is from Dempster. If I'm accepted, how will I know? If you're accepted, I'm sure you'll definitely know through the unconditional offer letter which is sent through. But you should have an advisor who will be able to guide you through the entire process. So there will be someone who you could just ask them the question. If I had your student number, I'd be able to check right now and give you an answer. So it's that simple and easy for us to establish it. As I said, it takes between 24 to 48 hours from the time you submit, where you'll be able to get some outcome as to what's outstanding. Admissions will come back and they'll send it to your advisor, and your advisor will relay the message to you, say, here's your conditional offer letter or confirmation of registration. Here's the documents outstanding, send them through. And once you send the outstanding documents, it will keep going from there. Okay. Any other questions at all? I think I've come to the end of the questions.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, I think that's it. Any more questions, guys? Final opportunity to submit your questions. Okay, keep an eye on it for now, just in case. But I think, yeah, I think that would be it. Well, thank you very much, everyone who came on board. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandra. You've been fantastic. I can see even just with these webinars, I can see your confidence levels have become a lot higher than last time.
That's what the Germans don't see you. You've just got to be strong.
No, but it's all about self-development, and it's always great to see. It's about being confident in yourself, just being yourself, and being grow as an individual, whether it's studying or not. It's always great to have, and this is why I've seen Sandra's development in comparison to the last one. It's great. No, it's just about a confidence thing. So you've done fantastic, and thank you everyone for all your questions. And it's really a time now to be able to develop your own skills and just finish your application. You are at the final stage. You just need that opportunity, and at the same time, you should just see it as there is an opportunity there for me if I wish to complete. So it's always there for you to pick and choose on it. Don't miss out on any opportunities. Now is the time to be able to elaborate on everything and just see what's out there for you. But once again, thank you everyone for attending. Thank you very much to the lovely Sandra.
It's definitely made this very interesting. Thank you, guys. And I hope to see everybody here.
Oh, yes. I'm sure they'll follow you around the campus when they come. They'll definitely find you.
Find me, Student Service Council office downstairs.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you all stay safe.
Stay safe. Sanitizers and nose masks.
Yes, I have mine.
People get fined today for not wearing that.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful with it. You have to wear it. All right, perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Chissy. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,